We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Welcome, y'all. This is Tasha Salisbury here with another one. Ooh, 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 Lord Jesus. I'm closing my blinds, but y'all was asking how did I meet my husband. So I'm gonna tell y'all, but y'all gotta wait till I close these blinds. All right, I'll be back.
To my mind, I'm hoping you say 2 or 3. Agree? Yeah, indeed, you look good and we came to party, but I don't wanna waste my time. I'll waste your time. I'll waste your time.
What's that smell? Oh my God. So I'm back. So y'all wanted to know, how did I meet my husband? Well, it was a cold winter night, and so how I met my husband. Well, let me tell y'all. I had just got out of a relationship and I wasn't feeling nobody. Like at this point I wasn't. And but I had like 2 Facebook pages. One was my main one and one wasn't my main one. And he messaged me on the one that wasn't my main one, the one that I really wasn't into. I didn't go over there, I didn't check messages or whatever. So he had wrote me in my messenger, Facebook Messenger. And he was like, "Hi, beautiful," and I didn't reply back. So a month went by, I guess, and something just told me, go on your other one and just check your messenger. And I checked it. And yeah. I saw it and I was like, okay. And I replied back to him like, he was like, "Hi, beautiful, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Hi, I only want a friend." And I gave him my number. I just wanted a friend. Like, I didn't want to date at the time because I've been through a whole lot. But we text through Messenger or whatever. So it's crazy because he's been trying to get, he replied to me, he wrote me on Messenger like, "Hi, beautiful," and I didn't reply back. "Hi, beautiful," and I didn't reply back. "Hi, beautiful," I didn't reply back. And a month went by, he still wrote me and I still didn't reply back because I wasn't on that page like that. So yeah, so he constantly kept trying to. So when the last time he wrote me, he was like, he told me like, if you didn't reply back, then I was going to give up. And something just told me, one day I was laying on the bed and something said, "Log on to your other page and look at your messenger." So I did, and I saw his message and I replied back, "Hi, how you doing? I just want a friend. That's it. I don't want to be in a relationship." I had just got out of a relationship. So, and it was bad. So I really I had trust issues. So it was like, I just want a friend. We talked on the, we didn't talk because I'm not a person. I don't like to talk on the phone. I'll text you all day, all night, forever. I don't like talking on the phone. I will sit there and let the phone ring and I'll look at it. And then text you back like, "You called me? What's up, girl?" Like,
oh my God.
I don't like talking on the phone. I'm trying to tell you, you can call me and I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to look at it ring, go to voicemail, and then I'll text you back and be like, "You call me? What's up?" Like, So we text or whatever, and I told him like everything that I've been through in my previous relationship. And the good thing about him was he listened. He listened. Like, it's hard to get a guy to listen, and he listened. And he gave me advice like, "Okay, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Like, man, you went through that. I'm here. Don't feel like you have nobody to talk to." I didn't know this guy. I didn't know him. And he's telling me, "If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here." Like, what? We talked for a long time, and still to then, I just wanted a friend. I just could not trust a guy. I was very, So, um, we text, and I think it got to the point that we did probably talk on the phone like one time, but I won't. So, he came to my house, and he came over, and I kind of scared him because when he came over, my house was like black dark. I like my room to be black dark. I like my room to be black dark, and I was in love with candles. I was in love with incense, and I just always had it. And when he came to my house, he was scared. He was like, "Yo, this house is black dark. She got incense burning, and she's 28 years old with no kids. Something ain't right." Come over, and I was like, "Okay."
I'm sorry, I forgot to say something. So when I met him, I was 28, going on 29, and he had just turned 23. So yeah, we had a big age difference. But, and I had told myself, like the last guy I was talking to, he was the same age, and I told myself I was not going to date another guy, young guy, but he stole my heart. I'm sorry, I forgot to say something. So when I met him, I was 28, going on 29, and he had just turned 23. So yeah, we had a big age difference. But, and I had told myself, like the last guy I was talking to, he was the same age, and I told myself I was not going to date another guy, young guy, but he stole my heart.
So he left or whatever, and we text the next day or whatever, and we planned our first date. Okay. Now our first date, we went to the movies, and I really had a bad impression on him, I guess, at first, because I wasn't talking. I didn't say a word the whole time we was together at the movies. The one conversation we did in the car, he was like, "So, what do you want, in your lifetime, in your future? Do you want kids?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Do you want to get married again?" I was like, "No." And he was looking at me like, "Well, why am I here talking to you then?" In my mind, we were just friends. Like, I wasn't looking to be in a relationship with nobody, man. I just couldn't. So, went to the movies. I didn't talk to him. He was on his phone texting. At this point, I was like, I wasn't feeling it. And we left the movie, went to see Paranormal Activities. And yeah, I do not like scary movies. God knows I don't. But I had to be a G about it. He asked, and I had to be a G about it. Because my room, my closet was mirrors. Just sliding mirrors. So Paranormal Activities wasn't I had mirrors. And it was mirrors in that movie, in their room. And I had mirrors. So we left the movies or whatever, and he went to McDonald's, and he was like, "You want anything?" I'm like, "No." So we went back to my place or whatever, and I was scared, y'all. I was scared to go to sleep. I had all the lights on. I really didn't want him to leave, but I didn't want him to stay because I'm not that. I just didn't want him. I didn't know him like that for him to spend a night. So I was scared. I didn't tell him that, but I was scared. And I was sitting up at the head of the bed watching TV, and he was like laying across my bed. He ended up falling asleep for about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd say about 2:30, 3:30. I was scared, but I didn't want to show that I was scared. I tapped him like, hey, bro, you can leave. You can go home." He looked at his... So where I lived at was way on the other side of town. And he stayed way on the other side of town. And I asked you to leave. And he looked at me like, "You really gonna ask me to go home at this time of morning on way on the other side of town?" Really? Really? You can go. So he was like, I was like, all right, bet. I stayed on the second floor, so I was like, bet. All right, so you got 3 choices. Either you want to be thrown out this window, thrown off the balcony, or you can walk out the front door. Your choice. And he looked at me like, he walked out the front door. So in my mind, I'm thinking I will never hear from him again. He won't text me tomorrow. Nope. Nope. He texts me the next day. Hi, beautiful. Like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, I sit here and did this to him at 3 a.m. and he, hey, beautiful me. Huh? Text him back like, hi. Hi. So lost. Like, he texted me. And then he was like, do you want to go out for lunch? I was like, I have to go to work. So, yeah, can't do that. So, I always went to work like 2 hours early because I had this raggedy car that would break down anytime. You don't know when, but it will. He worked like 2 hours. I had to leave home 2 hours early to get to work just in case my car broke down. Yeah, it was that bad. At the table eating, and somebody was like, one of the girls was like, who is that handsome dude right there? So I looked, and it's him. See, it was like 4 in the afternoon. I had to be to work like 5. It was like about 3:30, 3:45 around that time. He knew I had to clock in at 5. And he came to my job, y'all, and sat there at the table, ordered him some food, and sat at the table with me and ate. And wait and sat there until it was time for me to clock in. I'm like, huh? Oh, I was lost. I was flabbergasted. I was confused. This guy is not normal. I've never in my life seen anybody like this. Like, he's not normal. Where did he come from? Because I've never, 28 years, never seen anybody like that. Never. Where do he come from? You know? Give me a hug. When it was time for me to clock in, he gave me a hug and he went home. When it was time for me to get off, I got a text like, did you make it home okay? How you doing? I talked for a little bit and I went to sleep. I'm laying in the bed like, so confused. Like, I've never met anybody like this. Never. And more of these conversations started getting closer and closer and closer. And we didn't go on no more dates after that though. And one day he came over and we watched movies or whatever. And he ended up falling asleep. So I was like, so he spent the night or whatever. And I got up. So my car was like so raggedy that where I live, and it was in the college area, they had a city bus that would take you, So my car was so raggedy, like I was scared to drive it to school. And it was a hot day. And I was scared. Like, I didn't drive my car. So I just rode the city bus. Okay. So I was getting dressed, and he was like, what are you about to do? And I said, I'm about to go catch the bus. And he was like, nuh-uh, not as long as I'm here. And y'all, he took me to school. He took me to class. He went to his parents' house and waited around till my classes was over. Picked me up, bought me lunch. We went back to my house. I took a nap. We took a nap or whatever. And when it was time for me to go to work, he was like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I gotta leave 2 hours early. And I went to work. And I'm at work like,
Oh my God!
where did this guy come from? Like, he has to be an alien. He's not human. Where did he come from? I've never in my life met a polite guy like that in my life. Never. Where did he come from? Because he knew the area I was staying, he made sure, like, okay, I'm not going to bother you anymore. I'm not coming to your house. I'm not going to irritate you, And he was very polite. Very polite. Did not disrespect me in any way. Did not try to make a move. None of that. I was so confused at this moment. Like, where did this guy... Dude, where do you come from? I would say that was around October. One day I was at my mom's house. My mom and my grandma was living together. My grandma, may she rest in peace. I miss her so much, man. But yeah, I miss her so much.
Okay. Send it to Yana now.
But yeah, mom and my grandma was living together, and I was at there chilling, and I get this text. And now I said I didn't want no boyfriend. I just want a friend. You know, I try to play hard. Like, I don't want to be your girl. I don't want a man. I don't want to. No. I get this text message one day. It was like November the 20th. And it was like, would you be my girlfriend? And I was like, what? Oh my God, Mom. She was like, what? Like, this guy asked me to be his girlfriend. My mom's like, what guy? I ain't met nobody yet. Very serious about that. She had to meet them first. And I was in a crazy relationship, and I was hurt, and I was crying before, and going through a lot. When my mama was crying, she like, girl, suck it up. You gonna find somebody better than that. I didn't believe it, but I told her, and I hit yes. I hit yes. So, yeah, I met everybody. Everybody was so sweet and loving and caring, and oh my God. January comes along and he tells me like, okay, so I'm leaving for basic in February, but I'm only going to be gone for 3 months. So I'm thinking 3 months. Okay, I can handle that. I can still talk to you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm good. I feel good. He was supposed to leave February the 20th. He met my cousin. May she rest in peace. She loved him. Oh my God. She loved him too. February 19th, we get a phone call, and it was the military telling him that it's time for him to go. And he was like, I'm supposed to leave tomorrow. They was like, you leave today. You leave today. Not tomorrow, today, right now. Valentine's Day, February 14th, was love. We went out of town, but I was hurt. I was hurting because I knew in my mind he was going to leave me for 3 months. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I wanted to smile or cry. I was lost. But hey, we started dating in November. He had to leave me in February. So he get that call early because I had class that morning. Get that early phone call like, dude, you got to come on. It's time to roll out. And he was like, no, it's supposed to be tomorrow. They were like, no, today. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. I couldn't move. He just kissed me and he left. And I was like, what? Yeah, about November 20th, we got close or whatever. I brought him around to meet my grandma and my mom, and they loved him from the time he walked in the house. My grandma was the type that if she could sit there and have a whole conversation with you, and if you like Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy, and animal shows, you was it for her. And my grandma loved him so much. It's like she would talk and he would listen. You know what I'm saying? And she loved him so much, y'all. It was the same way. She loved him. I hadn't met his family yet. I was scared. I skipped it. I skipped Thanksgiving. Like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So, yeah. Around the end of November, he was at my house and he sit me down and he was like, I have to tell you something. And I was like, what? And he was like, I signed up for the military. And all I can do was get in my car and drive away. And I was like, every time I get close to somebody, they leave me. And I was like, but I went back home and he was there and he was like, I didn't know if we was going to talk or not. Like, I didn't know. So after that, everything was good. I just let it go. December comes, Christmas comes. That's when I met his family. And I felt like his family was going to judge me because I had my hair shaved and I had like long hair, tattoos, like, you know. I was like, they're going to judge me. Let me tell you, his family welcomed me in with open arms and they loved me like, oh my God. I was so lost. His family, this like a whole Bill Cosby family, like the Brady Bunch family or something. This is him and his family. They're just, I get a phone call and it was him saying, I'm coming back because my parents gonna take me to the airport and I'm coming back to spend my hour and a half with you. And he came and me and him, we always play Uno. So he was like, let's play Uno. I'm looking at him like, really? He was like, let's play Uno. And he said, okay, look, I got to talk to you, right? So they just told me something different than what I was told. And I was like, what? And he was like, oh. So basic training is 3 months, right? I'm not going to be able to talk to you. I will send the first letter. The first letter won't have an address. I'm not going to be able to talk to you. I can't text. I can't have my phone. I write letters, but that first letter, it just comes out of nowhere. Won't have no address. You can get a phone call at different levels, but it's one phone call. And I'm like, what? He said, but when I graduation basic training, I got 3 more months of AIT. This means he's going to be gone for 6 months. And I looked at him and he looked at me and I looked at him and he looked at me and I just bust out crying. And I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. We just started talking. I cannot do this. And he looked at me. He said, don't give up on me. I need you. Don't give up on me. I need you. And I looked at him. He looked at me. He said, please don't give up on me. I need you. Then my hour and a half was up and he had to leave. So I went to class and I was told all 2 pieces. I had a guy in my class name was the same name as his. So every time the teacher would say his name, oh my God. So I already knew I was going to fail that class. Astronomy, I already knew I was going to fail that because I wasn't focused. I wasn't focused at all. I failed it. So, yeah. He texted me, I went to school. Took a nap. And then I had to go to work. And I remember going to work, and it was this one girl at work that I did not like. I just wanted to beat her up. Like, she had said some things, and I just wanted to go to her. But when I parked my car and looked out in the parking lot, she was standing in the middle of the parking lot with her arms open for me to go cry in her arms. And I parked my car and I got out and I ran to her and I cried in her arms and she said, it's okay, sis. It's okay. I'm here. I'm gonna rock with you. Even though you don't like me, I'm gonna rock with you to the beginning. Y'all, to this day, she's still here. My kids call her aunt. She's still here. Just love her. Like, I didn't like her. I wanted to really, like, one point in time, I wanted to drag her, but we're close. We're close as ever. Like, my kids love her. Like, yeah. So, we talked. We text until he got on the airport. He texted when he got there, and all of a sudden, the text message just stopped. I will call his phone, go straight to voicemail. So, the crazy thing about it is, I left a voice message up from the day he got there till I couldn't no more. Till his mailbox got full. And I will follow his thing on Facebook. And when I see that they get to the next level, I know I'm going to get a phone call. So, the letters, yeah. Like, it was hard, y'all. It was so freaking hard. I think I cried the first 2 months. And I had a friend that really helped me. She helped me get through. We started hanging out more. So then I tried to work multiple jobs so I can keep myself busy. So I was in school too to get my bachelor's. I would go to school in the morning, and when I leave school, I'll go to another job, like a daycare job. Then I leave there about 2, and I'll go to another job and work there like 2 to 7. And or when I didn't have to go to that job, I'll go to another job. So I had like 3 jobs and going to school too. So yeah, I tried to keep myself very busy. I had 3 jobs and going to school, and then yeah. So then it buckled down. I let 2 of my jobs go, and I ended up working at this one place. I kept both jobs. I let one job go. Then he graduated, so I ended up going to Georgia for a week with his parents and his sister. You know, that was my first time ever being with them like that, and it was something. I cried though because I knew he wasn't coming back home to me. So yeah, so I came back home to my normal life. It was a lot. I worked so much that I got sick, so I just let some jobs go. Like, I can't do it no more. I'm really killing myself. I didn't never get sleep. So I left. I got this one job, this daycare job. So no, I was at this hair store job when he came home. When he came home, I was at a hair store job, and that wasn't working no more. So when he came home, I was so happy he came home. Like, oh my God. I then switched to a daycare job when he came home. And I loved that job because I was able to work 8 to 4 and able to spend more time. Because my job at Taco Bell, I was working like 5 to 10 on the weekdays and 5 to 3 in the morning on the weekends. So I've never like was able to be with him. And I knew I had to change my job because if not, I was going to lose him. So yeah, he came back May 2013. I got me a job where I can be with him more, and everything went well. I celebrated because I had got a divorce. I was still married to this guy, but I got my divorce, so I was so happy. Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. So we were ready to celebrate. 2014 come, we was happy. Sometimes we have broke up plenty of times, so we ended up getting back together. Because he knew I will rock for him. I will fight somebody for him. Try me. Like, I didn't play that with him. You let somebody disrespect him, I'm rocking you. Like, I don't care. And he knew I was that one, you know? And I knew he was that one. So I knew, like, all the times we broke up, we always got back together. And I was a headache. I've been through so much with other relationships that I couldn't trust nobody. I had trust issues. I thought everybody was cheating. If he didn't answer the phone, I thought he was doing something like, and I was running him away. So I had to wake up. 2015 comes along, and I felt something was going on, but I didn't know what. And Halloween night, not Halloween, day before Halloween, 2015, he's like, I woke up that morning, he's like, I'm taking you to work, and I'm gonna drive your car. And I'm like, because my dad had just got me a car in 2012. He got me my graduation car. So I didn't let nobody drive that car. He's like, I'm gonna take you to work, and I'm driving your car. No, dude, I don't need nobody to drive me. I'm driving my own stuff. No, you're gonna drive me. All right. So he took me to work, and yeah, I felt lost because I had my car. So break time come, and I was like, okay, take me back to the house so I could eat that chicken Alfredo you cooked last night. He's like, nope, we're going to McDonald's. We're going to Walmart first because I got to find some of the blue bubblegum stuff that you stick on the ceiling. Like, what? Now, let me tell you, I felt some type of way, y'all, because, you know, us ladies, we spot everything. And when he picked me up, I noticed he had some glitter on the side of his face. And I'm like, you got glitter on your face. He was like, oh, what have you been doing? Nothing. We went to Walmart. He got me some food. He got this blue bubble gum. What do you need that for? He didn't tell me. Oh, nothing. I got some work to do at my house. Okay, he drops me off. He picks me up. We had a ride around town because I wanted to be a cat for Halloween. I dressed up I worked at daycare. So we get in a little argument, whatever. I forgot what the argument was. He's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. All right. So we going to my house. So how I stayed with like 3 other girls. It was like room. My room was like straight. And it was a TV right there. So he was like, oh, yeah. This was in the door for you. Somebody left it. So when I read it, it was like, ah, beautiful, blah, 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 blah. I admire you. You're beautiful. And I was like, huh? And he was like, I think your roommate put it there. So I'm getting ready to go knock on her door. Like, sis, why you didn't hold this until I got home? Like, you left this here and he probably read it. Like, somebody got a crush on me and they left it in the door and you just gonna leave it there? Like, and she looking like, So I was like, okay. So he's behind me reading and I'm like, So then he opens my room door, and he's like, go in. So my room is dark, okay? Because I had like the dark wooden blackout things. And I see these little things hanging from my ceiling. I'm like, I'm not going in there. He's like, go in there. I'm like, because something hanging. And turned the light on, y'all, and he had like all these things hanging, pink things hanging from the ceiling. And he had roses on the bed with my little teddy bear and I love you written with candles. And on the wall was will you marry me? Oh my God. Is this for real? Is this for real? Like, did he? Oh my God. So when I looked, he was on his knee, y'all. And I was like, oh my God. And he put the ring on my finger. He's like, will you marry me? Will you marry me? Yes. Oh my man. So, and y'all, I was all on social media. Like, I showed my ring off, like, pow, pew. And yeah. And I felt like I was dreaming. I could not sleep. I just felt like I was dreaming. I woke up that next morning because he had to go to work. So I woke up that next morning like, God, I'm engaged. And I looked at my hand like, oh. I went to work. Everybody was like, girl, congratulations. I was like, yeah. And every time I would go get my food, like if I order some food, I'd be like, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I was always showing my ring off. Like, yeah. Around November, I went to try on a dress, and I wanted my dress to be like this princess dress. I wanted it to be real tight and flare out. I found the dress I wanted. And December come along, and we planned to get married April the 9th, 2016. And yeah, I planned my own wedding. I did great. Yeah. And we got married April the 9th, 2016. I found out I was pregnant with a beautiful baby girl named Madison. And yeah, that was the worst pregnancy. Like, I was sick from the time I got pregnant until the end of my pregnancy. I was sick. I was cute with her though. I was cute with her, but I was sick the whole time. Yeah. My husband was in the military still. And I remember like the end of the week, I was at 38 weeks. I was almost 39 weeks. But that 38th week, every day that week, I was having contractions. And I would go to the hospital every day. My poor daddy, he was so tired. He was crying. He was tired. Like, my husband was away. And he gonna come back. And they stopped the contractions each time and sent me home. Because I stayed 1 centimeter for a long time. And, yeah. We were trying to get my husband home. They wouldn't send him home. So that one last day, I was on the bed and I was having contractions and I went to sleep and I heard his voice and I'm like, I'm dreaming. And they let him home. He told me to get up. We went to walk. We walked. We went to Chick-fil-A. I got home. Yeah. Went to the hospital. They sent me home. That was 3 centimeters. They sent me home in an hour. The contractions was kicking my booty. Kicking my booty. Baby. I mean kicking my booty. And the day he came home, they kept me in the hospital. The day he came home, I went back because they sent me home. I went back. And I remember he put that hot rice bag on my back. Something that he saw on the internet, and I took the bag and threw it. We went to the hospital that same night when he got home, and they killed me because I jumped to 3 to 6 centimeters in an hour. And I had her like 4:09 p.m. the next day. And it's crazy. I had her at 4:09. We got married 4:09. Yeah. We got brought home, everything. He was able to stay home for like a month, and they came and got him again. The depression was kicking my butt. I had postpartum depression really bad. First time mom going crazy. When he did able to come home, you know, to help. He was out a lot, military with her. Yeah. It was hard. Just being a first time mom, it was hard. Time went by, and he had asked me around 2018. He asked me multiple times would I give him a son, and I was like, no, because that's my daughter. A year after my daughter was born, I had to get umbilical hernia surgery. She gave me umbilical hernia, and I was like, no. Even though my daughter pregnancy, it was smooth. About 2018, he asked me, like, would you give me another child? Would you give me a son? And I was like, all right, bet. If I give you another one, you gotta get out of the military. So he did his 8 years. He got out. We got pregnant with my son, Carter. And when I tell you I was so big with this little boy, oh my God. It was miserable. I couldn't walk. I couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't fit my clothes. This little boy tore me up. I had so many people happy for me to have him. My dad's wife, she passed away. Like, he was born July the 9th. She passed away August. She didn't get to meet him. And I was hurt. She was waiting for him when she passed away. May she rest in peace. I miss her so much. My cousin didn't get a chance to meet him either. She passed away because I was at her funeral pregnant. So it was rough being pregnant with my son. I lost a lot of family members and I wasn't able to grieve. Yeah, I couldn't cry because I was pregnant. I had him. Then I turned around and had another umbilical hernia. Another one. My first one had ripped. But I didn't get it a year after I had him. I waited like 3 years after that. I just recently got it. That was the worst. That surgery was the worst. Yeah. So here we are. From me not wanting to talk to him, here we are. We are married with 2 beautiful kids. Here we are with 2 beautiful kids and a dog. And we are happily married. And I wasn't feeling it at first. I'm so glad that I married this guy. He is amazing. Like, he's different. He's very respectful. Like, I don't know. Loving, can be stubborn at times, but he was different. He wasn't like normal guys. Like, he was different. And I am so happy that we met. I'm glad I finally met my Facebook messenger because he'd probably be married to somebody else right now and had kids with. So, you know, like, I love him. I do. And we've been married for 8 years. We've been together for 12 years now. And she act like she worked. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. But yeah. So as that being said, I'm about to end this. Y'all wanted it to know. So I told you so. Oh, oh, oh. But as that being said, I'm about to end this because my back hurts. But as that being said, love you. I can't end it without saying you gotta do better to have better. In order to do better, you gotta have what I say. You gotta do better to have better. In order to have better, you gotta do better. Period. And you gotta live life to the fullest. You only live once. Enjoy it, have fun, and just do whatever. Don't let nobody destroy your day. You feel me? Love you, bye.
Cause I don't want the simple life. It's the fine things I like. I want my champagne all night with you. That's cute. Hey, bitch,